Welcome to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach. And joining us now is Wampus Cat head coach Salty Longing. Coach, unlike this time last year, it must be good to be able to have some games under your belt before conference play and a full roster of guys to work with.
Yeah, last year we got 5 games in before we got shut down with COVID, and which was, I believe, December 15th, and didn't play our next game till January 5th. And so what we normally figure out in December in non-conference games, we were trying to figure out in the first half of conference games in January. So we were able to play all 13 of our games in non-conference. So yeah, in a much better place today.
So staying with that theme, Coach, you were able to see what you had. The guys coming over from football had a little bit more time on the court. What are some things that you found out about your team during the non-conference play?
Well, I guess to this point, we may have actually exceeded expectations just a little bit. We knew we were small. We knew that, but we knew we returned almost, everybody that we brought back 10 kids that played some varsity time last year. So we weren't starting from ground zero like we did last year. And since we got a normal practice schedule and got to play our games, we're in a much better place now than we were this time last year. But I think for us right now going forward, we've done a really good job on the defensive end. We've been pretty consistent throughout December defending our opposition. Offense still a little inconsistent, still trying to get there. But to this point, really pleased with where we're at.
Coach, of course, we start 6A Central play tonight. Let's just talk about the conference as a whole and the depth throughout. It seems like, at least the scores I've been watching throughout non-conference, some of the teams that maybe were at the bottom of the conference last year seem to kind of be on their way up.
Well, we know that our 14 toughest games are starting tonight. And Little Rock Southwest, who we play tonight, is vastly improved. And you're talking about last year, a new school where you're bringing kids together for the first time that's never played together, trying to get all, Coach 3 had an enormous job last year of just trying to maintain a team, not to mention a new school, a new team with COVID, going around. So this year they bring back most of their players and they're much improved. But I agree with you. Little Rock Catholic, I think this is the best team Catholic has had in a decade. They're huge. They're athletic. They shoot the ball well, and they didn't lose much from last year, nor did Cabot. And so, and who and then your blue bloods, your North Little Rocks and your Bryants and your Centrals and North Sides are going to be loaded every year. And so, it's going to be a war every night. Our work is cut out for us this year, no doubt.
Do you have any new, and you talked about returning a lot of folks from last year. Do you have any new faces out there that we should be aware of on your squad?
We do not. We are, depending on how we dress, we will be looking at a maximum of 15 on our varsity roster, every one of them Wampus Cats from the 7th grade up.
Wow.
All Conway kids. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the 6 letters across their chest means something to them.
All right, you kind of hinted at the conference opener a little bit a few questions ago, but let's talk a little more in depth about Southwest and what we can expect from the Griffins and what we can expect from your Wampus Cats in this first conference game.
Well, matching up with them will be difficult in the paint. They've got 3 kids really long and athletic that range that 6'5", 6'6" range, that good around the rim protectors, great on the offensive and defensive glass. I think we match up okay at guard. But again, our challenge is going to be protecting the paint. We're guarding 6'5", 6'6" with 6'1", 6'2". And so it's kind of an everybody on board mentality. We've got to have 5 kids rebounding at all times. Can't leak out. We can't count on Jaden Williams to get every rebound that comes off the rim like we have for the last 2 years. And so, but I will tell you this, one thing that's really helped us in the non-conference is half of the opponents we have played have had dominant post kids. And you don't see that a lot anymore. But whether you're playing against Jabari West at Hot Springs, who's a Division I signee, or whether you're talking about the kid, I can't think of his name now, at Blytheville that's been offered by Ole Miss and Tennessee. We've had to figure out ways to guard the paint in December. So again, once again, it's not that issue like it was last year where we're trying to figure some of these things out in the middle of January playing conference games. We've had 13 games to try and figure some of this out. And so Southwest will certainly pose a tough test with us in the paint tonight.
Coach, we appreciate your time and we'll look forward to more of these chats throughout the next couple months as we go through 6A Central play. That opening tip coming up in a few minutes here on Conway Court.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we are not just growing, we're growing together.
Introducing your Conway Cat starters. At 4 to 6'1", senior number 0, Traylon McClure. At guard, at 5'11", senior number 1, Dwayne Lockhart. And at guard, at 5'10", senior number 4, Paul Harris. At guard, 5'9", senior number 12, Troy Wiseman. And at center, the 6'1", senior number 30, Karan Duncan. Head coaches for the Wampus Cats, Salty Longing.
All right, that's your starting lineups for your Wampus Cats tonight. Traylon McClure getting the start. Dwayne Lockhart, Paul Harris, Troy Wiseman, and Karan Duncan. You heard Coach talk about it in the pregame. Traylon and Troy. Troy really the sixth man of the team, but getting the opportunity to start tonight with two of the starters, Colin Thompson and R.J. Patton, out tonight.
Yep, not available. And so there is a major football infusion on this starting lineup with Troy, Traylon, and Duncan.
Carr, Karan Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan starting. I mean, so a real interesting mix. What you notice right away is the size differential. This is a small lineup we have.
Duncan wins the tip, secured by McClure. Over to Paul Harris. Conway offense gets set up with their first possession tonight. Feeding it inside to Duncan. Duncan making a move. Up and easy with the left hand.
He is, as a kind of a short post guy, he is so cagey around the basket. Really does well around the basket.
Harris gets a hand on it from the other end. Conway defense getting their first turnover tonight.
Yeah, good hands inside.
They're going to call Lockhart for the travel. This Southwest team, their record doesn't really show it overall, 3-6, but if you look at some of their scores early in the non-conference, and this team a little bit better than they were a year ago.
Yeah, they have. This program is in its second year, and they're figuring things out as they go, but it just takes a little bit of time. Good ball club.
Again, no Lady Cat broadcast tonight. That game has been postponed. Southwest gets on the board there. That was Robinson. Tie ball game 2-2 early here in the first quarter.
Wampus Cats facing a zone defense here right out of the gate.
Three-point attempt, no good from Lockhart. Wampus Cats are going to get it back.
Yeah,
got a turnover.
Got them moving a little bit too fast on the baseline, but yeah, they are facing a zone defense. Going to challenge a little bit on our shooting angle. It's one of the things that Salty talked about was getting our shooting going early and trying to use that to help our interior, because again we're so small inside. It's going to be helpful if we can get some shots off on the outside, get them to fall.
Rich Scroggin checking in. He gets the inbound pass. Over to Lockhart. They feed it inside to Duncan again. A nice touch by Duncan with the left hand.
Yeah, went to the left side. We watched him in warm-ups shooting with the left hand. is, again, really cagey, really good around the basket.
Pride's going to pull that back out. Southwest resetting. It's almost stripped away. Duncan pulling down a rebound. Outlet pass, a little errant. Turnover by the Wampus Cats as Traylon McClure checks back in.
Had the jersey malfunction and had to sit for a second, but he's tall, tucked in, and ready to go now. That's the second time, by the way, we tried to outlet to the baseline, and that's a difficult pass to make, and you'd like to get a little bit more vertical there.
Southwest trying to feed it inside to Robinson. That's going to go out of bounds. Conway ball.
You know, one of the staples of the Conway Wampus Cats has been for several years now their ability to play defense, good, tough man defense.
Harris on the wing, over to Wiseman. McClure feeding it to Duncan again. It's been a good strategy so far. All 4 points for the Wampus Cats coming from Duncan. No good on that attempt. On the other end, Southwest tying it up. The layup from Sadiq.
Yeah, pretty easy move down the baseline there. Need to shift and cover once you get loose in the baseline.
Traylon McClure gets the feed in the paint. Rebound Duncan. Rebound Duncan again. Got 3 men on him. Tries to get it out. It's going to be stolen away by Howard. Howard can't get it end to end. Chased down by Lockhart.
Yeah, the flow of the game is pretty disjointed at this point. A lot of errant passes, some turnovers, but you think with the flow of the game it'll get better as they go along. Work up a little sweat. Just as I say that, they step out of bounds. So yeah, again, still a little bit tense, a little bit stiff, both on offense and defensive side.
Tie ball game. We're closing on the 5-minute mark early here in the first quarter. Wampus Cats trying to work this zone.
Yeah, they're running Traylon along the baseline and then spring up to the top just like that. Looking for a cutter.
Over to Duncan. Duncan up. All 6 points for your Wampus Cats. Coming from senior Cron Duncan.
Yeah, feed the monster right now. He's feeling it down low. There hasn't been a basket made over 2 feet yet. So, I mean, both sides are really, really trying to work it down low. And Conway's having some success.
Timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and hold it here. Wampus Cats up 6-4. Get a little bit of an opportunity, just kind of set the scene about this team. And it's our first time to bring them to you live on Conway Corp. It's a lot of familiar faces from a year ago. Only really lost 1 starter in the lineup, so it's a lot of the same from what you got to see a year ago.
That's right, and he's actually the one lone starter lost is on the bench down there. Jaden Williams is visiting in from Ole Miss, but yeah, so they've got some good chemistry. I mean, it's there's a few new faces. We'll see them, and again, with a couple of folks out tonight, it's going to feel a little bit weird to get going, but hopefully this will help build some chemistry as they go.
Jaden Williams looking muscular,
yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah.
Lockhart for 3, that's good.
Wow.
Wampus Cats up 9-4.
That was silky smooth baseline, Jay, there.
Stolen away by Harris. Lockhart ends up with it. Here come your Cats pushing it up court to Duncan on the baseline. Harris thought about it. He'll just take it in and handle it himself. 11-4 Wampus Cats.
You can tell, I mean, the intent is to really drive it down low. The only outside shot we've taken has been that 3 from Dwayne Lockhart. He made it. We're really trying to get the ball down low.
Meanwhile, Southwest just trying to get a shot. That's stolen away by Lockhart. Hard foul on the other end from Sadiq. Lockhart appears to be okay.
Sadiq, I'm not sure, but I believe he plays football. And I remember him, the football team, and he went hard like a football player there. Good to see Dwayne get up. Dwayne, he's one of our top scorers. He's a guy that we can count on. Last year made some great end of game shots. And so somebody we're definitely going to be looking to as the season goes on.
First Boogie Carr sighting tonight.
Oh, Boogie.
Boogie on the floor.
Number 5.
We heard from Coach Longing that he had to miss the first couple games coming back from football just to get healthy. He banged up at the end that long football season, so good to see him out there.
We didn't use him much in the football.
Yeah, we'd rarely hand him the ball or toss it to him.
So you got Ridge Scroggin in as well now again. And Rome Field, another football guy.
These Cats almost get the steal off the press. It's broken by Southwest. Penn finishing on the other end. Boogie Carr, wow. I don't know how he
that was interesting.
Got out of that one. Looked like a football move.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, got to get out of there.
Scroggin for 3. Silky.
Nice.
15-6 Conway.
Both 3-pointers on the baseline, one from each side.
Foul on Boogie Carr. Just the first team foul against your Wampus Cats. Only 2 fouls total here in the first quarter. It's been nice pace.
Yeah, I was about to say it's been clean. It hasn't been real clean, but it's been foul free. Yeah.
Home Fields battling in there for the rebound. They're going to call the foul against Howard.
They've been letting them play pretty well, and I like that, especially early in the season. There's just a lot of contact in general, but definitely over the back there. Good call.
Southwest showing press here.
That's not a place to go there.
Stolen away by Taylor. Duncan. Duncan said, anything you can do, I can do better.
From the backside.
Fields got him up in the air. Couldn't finish. Duncan with the rebound. And one coming up.
Wow, I mean, again, he's so good. And again, Duncan is what they list him at 6'1". That's a little generous, if you ask me. Defensive end on the football team, so he's not afraid of contact. That's one thing. But he's so skilled around the basket. I mean, from anywhere 5, 6, 8 feet, the guy can go opposite hand. He's got silky smooths to get around. A really, really good player.
One new face checking in. Kennard Turner, 6'2", freshman guard.
9th grader. You don't see that much with Salty and those guys, but this guy can play. And I've watched him in some of the non-conference ball games. He's got a very good jumper. He's good defensively, really knowledgeable. I mean, as a 9th grader, really plays beyond that. And so expecting big things, especially as we get through the season.
Scroggin getting a hand on it. Tough play out of bounds. His pin crashes into the scorer's table.
Wow.
They roll for a reason.
That table down there has seen its days. Trust me, I've sat there. It's held together by Scotch tape and a few other things, but
and they're padded for a reason as well.
They are padded, that's right. But yeah, back to Kennard, a really good player. Can't wait to see what he does throughout the season.
He's going to touch it for the first time here. Over to Boogie. Conway playing with the smaller lineup right now with Duncan on the bench.
Travel there by Kennard was going a little too fast, and boy, they have made it a point of calling that. I've watched that early in the season at the high school level, the shuffling of the field.
Already seen it, twice in the first quarter.
Good defense there by both Traylon and Kennard.
McClure almost picking his pocket. Boogie's going to get called for the contact.
That's 2 on Boogie, and so we're going to have to see Troy come in. made a great play, got his hands on the ball, but there was a little bit of a body contact. Good call by the official there.
90 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Southwest has been on a scoring drought. And it's not going to end here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time they really got a shot off. It's been a while since they've got a good.
It's been a bit. Averaging about 2 points every 2 minutes so far.
Not a good average.
18-6, Wampus Cats up. To extend the lead here. Flip it over to Wiseman. This offense continuing the motion. Feed it down to Traylon McClure. Easy 2 points.
So the baseline has really been where they found the open spots. They've been working back and forth. They've made a couple of jumpers from there. It's the hole in the zone at this point.
Scroggin pulling down another rebound. Wiseman just doing it all himself. No go there.
Yeah, good shot, though. I like the drive and penetration. Ooh.
Fields. Stamping that one. 25 on the clock. About a second difference on the play clock. They feed it into Scroggin. He can't convert there.
Great pass, though, by Traylon. Good eyes there. They'll hold for the final shot here more than likely. No fouls.
Southwest getting an easy bucket to close things off here at the first quarter. 20-8. Conway leads after one. Back with more after this break on Conway Court.
Thank you for your business. Thank you for your business.
Back live at Buzz Boulding Arena. 10-3 Wampus Cats. Opening 6A Central play here tonight against the Little Rock Southwest Griffins. Nice early lead, 20-8. 20-point first quarter, Tim Roach.
Listen, and we've seen the days in back in the good old days when 8 to 10 points was a good first quarter. Conway has historically been fairly slow starting. We got to get going. There's a lot of things we're figuring out. The coaches do a great job of adjusting as we go. 20 points is really good. And here's the thing: you had 2 jumpers, 2 3-pointers from the baseline. Everything else really inside the paint. A lot of good scoring by Duncan inside.
Scroggin and Lockhart each with a made 3 in that first quarter. We'll see most of the starting lineup here except for Kennard Turner, freshman guard. Will be in the 5 as we come back to play. I guess they weren't waiting around any longer.
No, they actually set the ball down to start the second quarter, and Southwest had to run to get it to throw it in. So anyway, yeah, they're still. That looks like they may have gone out of that zone. Let's see.
Lockhart for 3 again, off the front of the rim. It's going to go out of bounds on Penn.
Yeah.
Conway ball.
By far the tallest player on the court. Penn is, 6'7", 6'7". Towering over everybody on the court.
Kennard Turner puts up the 3. Karan Duncan's going to get called for some contact. He can't help it, okay? when you're moving that fast. Well, we did hear from Coach Longing that this team is physical, to say the least. And you got to imagine a lot of that is inspired by how many football players are on this team and getting on the court.
Well, if you think about the basketball players that are just the pure basketball players, Paul Harris, Kennard Turner, apparently, and Lockhart, they're all physical anyway. you bring the football mentality in, it gets a little bit crazy.
Lockhart going to get called for the contact there.
We played the entire first quarter with 2 fouls, and then we picked up 2 more fouls within less than a minute.
Well, I was very surprised that we only had 2 fouls in the first quarter.
There was a lot of contact.
After talking to Coach Longing, he said that's kind of been one of their bugaboos. The lead is cut to 8, up and under from Hudson.
Yeah, so far we've allowed the baseline move is a place where we'll probably need to pick that up, but they're getting kind of the release at the baseline.
Duncan fighting in there, couldn't come down with that rebound. Southwest pushing it on the other end. Dixon tried to get the shot off.
Yeah, kind of an ill-advised shot there. Kind of pulled up. The offense was not set at all.
Kennard Turner showing off some speed. Duncan with the big rebound. Almost gets the basket. Just kind of threw it up behind him.
I didn't know how he was going to get that off, but he did. He got it effectively off. Again, we're not. I mean, there's no pretense here. It is pound the ball inside, and let's see if we can't loosen them up a little bit.
Duncan hits the first one.
Already with 10 points.
He's had almost half of Conway's offensive output here tonight. Can't get the second one to go. 21-12. 6:16 to play here in the first half.
Conway stays in their man defense.
Taylor's going to draw the no, they're going to call offensive foul.
I guess the good news with having a fairly empty gym on a night like this, the schedule has been changed so much, is that I heard the officials say he hooked him. So
hooked him.
Yeah, he hooked him.
Yeah, of course, if you're watching this rebroadcast, so you would have expected to see the Lady Cats first, but that game being postponed. Look to get that on the calendar on the 18th. Nice feed down to Traylon McClure, but they're going to get Harris for the offensive foul.
That was a great pass. Too bad he came in a little hot and made the contact, and so he got the Griffins got the call there. And they're making that a point as well. If you're going in, you come in hot into the lane, contact is going to go the way of for the defense. Wow.
Harris got a great steal off of Aaron Patz, and Troy Wiseman's going to finish that little sequence off.
He'll say thank you for the 2 points. He's in the right spot at the right time. But really quick hands, that's what you've seen so far already with the Wampus Cats. Yeah, we've got 5 fouls, but, man, we're getting a lot of deflections.
Jumper is well short. Troy Wiseman trying to get out of some trouble here. Feed it into Duncan. That's been the recipe for success. Traylon McClure on the high post. That's his shot to fall.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's the first time we've really kind of made that shot right at the elbow.
He gets a strip on the other end, but Southwest maintains possession. Flip it over to T. Desmuke. That shot is errant as well.
Yeah, woefully short there.
First game of the new year. It's kind of hard to get those legs back under you.
Yeah, that's a foul. even against Troy. I mean, I'm going to be obvious there, right? Yeah. So
that was classic Tim Roach right there.
I'm trying so hard this year. I'll be better this year. I'm going to be better.
We're excited.
No, I'm going to be better.
Basketball is back. We're back on the air. It's a great time.
I love basketball, man.
And I think this Wampus Cat team is going to be very competitive in 6A Central play. There's obviously you got North Little Rock at the top. Duncan just continuing his great first half, 12 points now. You got the North Little Rock at the top. We all know what's going on there.
Right.
But really from 2 to 8, there's a lot of parity and competition.
Yeah.
And this Wampus Cat team, they've got a good shot to be in that top half if they can figure out, their identity. Well, they really know what their identity is, but if they can execute night to night and get the shots to fall, they're going to be right there too.
Yeah,
What a
it's a great
feed
pass.
from
Great
Duncan to
pass.
McClure.
Well, and so that's what opens up right there is as soon as you start making the baskets that Duncan does, they start to collapse, and he found the open man there. But to your point, the good news is that we're not having to figure. Now the football players are having to get into basketball shape, and that's going to come with time. But we know who we are. We've just got to execute the way we know how to execute.
Penn making a strong move to the basket, drawing the contact. Shooting foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Traylon was there, made a good rake on the ball, but got a little bit of body, and so it didn't quite work out the way he had planned, but a really good defense on the baseline. Another Coach Harrell is probably working on trying to stop the baseline move, make them shoot from the exterior, make them shoot from the top of the key, because everything we've seen from them outside the paint hasn't looked very good. So, yeah, make them shoot down there. Don't let them drive the baseline.
Second shot, no good by Penn. Duncan just adding to his night with another rebound. 3:35 to play here in the first half. Conway keeping that healthy 13-point lead, trying to get it back out to Harris. For a second, I think he thought it was playable off the coach.
Yeah, I think he was on the court.
Gotcha.
That's what the officials calling is that he was not.
He was
on
the court, physically on the court,
Yeah.
not in the box.
Yeah.
He said, "I explained it to you."
This game has already had so many weird moments.
Well, it's Conway's basketball, which is not a weird moment.
No, I love it when that happens.
For me.
Oh, wow. Thought he was going to pull that.
Trailing out to Troy Wiseman. Can't get that three to drop.
Now, but Troy, don't let that shot fool you. Troy is a good three-point shooter. He'll get that to fall. Out of control.
Dixon forcing the issue. You kind of get the feeling he was a little out of control.
Yeah.
But he's drawing that contact.
Got the call. So 2 fouls on Traylon. He'll take a seat. We have Paul Harris, I think, has 2 fouls. No, he's got 1 foul. It's Boogie. Boogie's got 2. So they will be in the bonus. We're going to be in the bonus as well with the next foul. I mean, very quickly for the first quarter being basically foul-free, we've really picked it up, and the scoring has slowed down.
It's a 20-point first quarter for your Wampus Cats. Past the halfway point here in the second quarter, only 7 points.
It seems
7
like
points for both teams.
Yeah, it seems like we should be leading by more than that. It feels that way.
Lone Fields pulls up for 3. No good.
They're denying inside. They're denying Duncan inside, and so it's going to force us to shoot the ball.
Dixon keeps going full steam ahead. It's working for him here in the second quarter.
Yeah, drawing some contact too.
Scroggin for 3. Just off the back of the rim. That's good. They feed it inside to Lockhart with a nice finish.
Yeah, really good scramble play. Got loose and yeah.
You're feeling the hectic nature right now of these Wampus Cats. It's like maybe on the verge of losing control.
This is that's a good point. But Salty promised that we would see a physical approach to the game, and we're seeing it play out. And again, the good news is we go fairly deep. Again, we're not very tall, and that's evident. But we go pretty deep. We throw a lot of guards out there.
Hudson misses on the front end of the 1-and-1. Lockhart for 3 again. It's short. Harris with the long rebound over to Scroggin. Another 3-point attempt. Bangs around in the rim. It goes down.
Yeah, he's a good shooter, and that's his spot. And he's nailed a couple of those. We're going to have to make a few of those, by the way, to get them to loosen up against Duncan. They've really tried to shut him down in the last few minutes. Good. Oh, that's a good block.
Nice passing on the other end for Southwest. They get it to Martine Robinson.
That's 3 of our starters with 2 fouls. Well, not 3 starters. Boogie's got 2. Duncan's got 2. Traylon has 2. 9 team fouls.
Well, what's Rich Scroggin doing, man? Hasn't got a foul yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's not busy. He's not doing his job. No, we're being very active, and again, this is kind of what we thought we would see. So I almost said right there, no harm, no foul, but that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite.
It's harm and foul. That's right.
Robinson short on the second free throw attempt. Rome Fields pulling up. Feels like this team's shooting the 3-ball a little more than a year ago.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. That defense right there is giving that to them. I mean, it's wide open. We need to knock down a few, but if they're going to give it to us, we're going to take it.
Lockhart.
Good
Getting
follow.
picked up by Kennard Turner.
Wow. I mean, that was kind of a weird motion to the basket by Lockhart, but boy, what a good cleanup by Kennard.
Gets the steal right there, though. Feeds it to Rome Fields. Can't get it to go. Southwest with the rebound.
Little in traffic there and the loss of control of that. Oh.
It's going to be on Harris. It's his second.
That's the first foul that I'm going to disagree with. I think he was a little bit out of control, and I thought he traveled before the foul. But
I'm going to be honest with you, Tim Roach.
Yeah.
That hasn't been the first one you've disagreed with.
It's the first verb. Yeah, okay. You've been reading my body language. That's the problem. That's 10 fouls, so it's double bonus from here on out. Now it's just a minute left, but they've been sitting on 6 fouls.
It's like everybody forgot we were in the double bonus there.
Yeah. I was the only one. The
officials were just like, whatever, I don't know.
I didn't forget. All right, so you got Traylon McClure in for Paul. You got Troy in for Rome. So you've got Turner, McClure, Scroggin, Lockhart, and Wiseman out.
Guard heavy. It's Hudson.
Air ball.
Hits nothing.
I like it when that happens. The official faked out Traylon.
I like this official.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. We've seen him a lot down here, and he's a quality official. Doesn't mean I agree with everything. He's a really good official. Yeah.
Lockhart off on the 3-point attempt, but a foul. Is that going to be on Lockhart?
No.
Well, they're calling it on Dixon. He's saying 3 shots.
Yeah.
I missed the contact, but
I didn't see it either.
I thought maybe they were calling something inside.
The Coach Threet, Chris Threet, who's the coach for Southwest, to say that he disagrees is putting it mildly.
It's been a rough first half for Coach Threet.
Yeah.
His second season, and only the second season of existence for his Little Rock Southwest Griffins.
I like it when coaches smile and laugh because that tells you exactly where they are. He's totally unhappy, and that's why he's smiling and laughing.
He's still talking
Oh, he's
about
still
it.
complaining. Yeah, no, but he's doing good nature. That's good.
You can see him in the top section of your screen. Did he miss all 3 of those?
No, he got one.
He got the first one.
He got
okay.
one, yeah.
Well, one's better than none.
So, wow.
Lockhart almost got the steal, just couldn't control it on the sideline. I keep wanting to say across the way, but I forget that we've switched the cameras to the right way now. So it's not across the way for you, the viewer. It's across the way for me. So I have to be careful with how I describe things.
Well, that's close to over and back.
That was a walk.
I said I wouldn't do it, and there I am.
Pride hitting the baseline jumper. 35-20 lead cut to 15 and 15 seconds to go.
Working for the final shot.
Put it in Lockhart's hand. He's going deep for 3. Traylon McClure with the rebound. Out to Kennard Turner. Gets the 3 off and hits it.
Got it, baby.
38-20. Wampus Cats up at the end of the first half. All right.
All right.
That.
Yeah, a little fiscal there in the end, but I like the way it's going.
Well, they started slow there in the second quarter, but 18 points they put up here.
And back in it.
By the end. All right, we're going to have a 10-minute break here at the half, but we've got a nice video we want to show. We mentioned it throughout the broadcast. Lady Cats, their game was postponed tonight, but we had already done our interview with Coach Ashley Hutchcraft. And so we edited the recording, kind of cut off the last question about Southwest specifically, because it's a good preview of a recap of non-conference and a preview of what's to come. So we're going to go ahead and play that here for you as part of the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
Welcome to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach. And joining us now is Lady Cat head coach Ashley Hutchcraft. Coach, there is a lot of excitement around this team as we head into conference play. Let's talk a little bit about your roster overall. You've got a lot of returning firepower, but some young new faces seeing big minutes too. How is the depth of your roster this year?
It's really good. I mean, that's, I would say, other than the fact that we have all of our starters back from last year, our depth is probably one of the main, or if not the main reason why we've been so successful in our non-conference schedule. We just have some people that come off the bench that could be starting anywhere else in the state, but just chemistry-wise and the way our team is set up, we feel like, this is kind of what gives us the best chance to be successful on and off the floor. And, they've really established their roles and, they're stars at them right now. So it's a blessing without question.
So you've had a lot of success in tournaments leading in, obviously just one loss coming into the conference play. What have you learned about your team that maybe you didn't know going into the year? What did you learn about your team?
Well, that's a good question. We were worried all year. We've only had 15 games, but even preseason, just through practice, we were just really concerned about if our team was down, because we haven't really had a close game. We've won most games by it. They feel a lot closer because we're getting everyone's best, and we say that all the time. We're going to get everybody's state championship game, and even our games in Duncanville. Our first 4 games, they weren't close, but we had to play really, really hard for it to get like that. But when we're in practice and we put our team down 10 points, especially our first 5, and our second 5 is so good, we give them a situational, okay, you're down 10 points with 4 minutes to go. We lose them every single time. And we've just been concerned, like, if we ever get down, we're in trouble. Like, we are legit. It's a problem. Well, it happened. So, in our last game at Duncanville, we played Duncanville, and we got down 11. And between fatigue, it was our 5th game, and in 3 days, we played a game at 9 o'clock that morning, checked out of our hotel room at 11. We ate. We sat on a charter bus for 4 hours. We get off the bus. We go play the home team. The officiating wasn't great. And we get down 11 in the third quarter. And I thought for a brief moment, this is it. We're done. This is about to get ugly. And I called a timeout, and I said, this is what we've been working on. We're down 10. Here we go. And we came back, and, with 30 seconds to go, we go up 1 point. And so now we know we can do it. We can be down, we can play bad, come back and fight through adversity. And, that was a big thing for us.
Coach, conference play tips off tonight. We'll go a little more in depth on Southwest in just a few minutes, but let's talk about the 6A Central overall in terms of depth.
Sure. I mean, I think the main thing is North Little Rock. That they're a lot like us. They have everybody back from last year. They have some players that were injured that are back. They have a lot of depth, well coached. So I think they're probably got their eyes on the same thing as we do, and add on to that a lot of rivalry there between our schools. You've got Northside that. Believe it or not, they're good again, and there's people on their roster we have no idea where they came from, but they're new and they're good. There's another Brashears on the team, and she is the sister of Sarah and Tracy, and she's really good. And so they're going to be a challenge. Bryant is good this year, Little Rock Central. I think with things that we have to deal with COVID, you throw in an injury here and there, it can be anybody's ball game any night. So, it's going to be fun, interesting conference season.
It's always, speaking of interesting, it's always cool to see what new faces come onto your roster. I mean, it seems like every year there's just newer faces that our fans may have not seen. Tell us about some of the new folks that you see playing a lot of varsity time.
Sure. I think the main thing, probably people are interested in is our 2 freshmen that we moved up, Emery Bohannon, which I know that name sounds familiar with Bryce, being her older brother, and then Alexis Cox. Those are the 2 people that are new that, that are giving us a lot of minutes, and, moving them up was a hard decision. We totally took the 2 best players away from our junior high Whiteside team, and Coach Lamb's a team player and, is all about the big picture, but they belong. They're amazing. They could play anywhere for anybody. And, some nights they're one of the best players that we have. And to have that boost off the bench, it's not only good for them this year and for us this year, it's going to be really good next year when we lose players like Jaden and Kalena. Those 2 are going to be ready to go. And a lot of times that's hard for people to see that big picture. But it will be a good thing. And it is for us right now. I think one thing that we missed last year that we constantly talked about was when you have Chloe and Jaden and Kalena, and Camille and Caden, and you watch them play, they just play. They don't have a whole lot of emotion about them. I could tell them to run a mile 1,000 times and they would just do it. They wouldn't say anything about it. Emory and Lakes are a little bit different. They kind of have a little dog in them, and if you've seen us play this year, it's a miracle Emory hadn't gotten a fist fight. And it's just one of those things that we needed. We needed a little bit of dog in us, and they provide that for us. They're both very physical, and they just get out there and get it done. So we're excited about those 2 players.
Are you kidding me? Let's go fix it.
Back at Buzz Bowling Arena. I almost said John McConnell.
No, that's not where we are.
I got to reshift my brain. We're in the new year, Tim, so that means basketball. Wampus Cats up 38-20. About a minute 40 to go here at halftime. Big first half for Karan Duncan, Tim, 12 points.
Yeah, he made, it seemed like he made everything he got his hands on inside, especially in the first quarter. He was just kind of magic around the basket. Got a little tougher in the second quarter. They started collapsing on him a little bit more. They broke down their defense a little bit and kind of stopped him, and then forced us to shoot outside. We made, 3 or 4 threes there, and hopefully that'll bode well for our the second half.
Senior guard Dwayne Lockhart with 7 points. Rich Scroggin had 6 points in the first half off 2 made three-pointers. Conway Wampus Cat team, they're scrappy.
They
a lot of contact, a lot of fouls in the second quarter, but they put the pressure on you.
Yeah, and the way Salty talks about it is, it's not ugly basketball, but it's not the prettiest basketball because they force people to make mistakes, and you saw a lot of scrambles for the ball, trash baskets where you're just picking it up and going with it. So this is the kind of game you like.
I believe the mantra he used that he said the team has embraced it, is embrace the ugly.
Embrace the ugly. Yeah. Well, that's what, there were some moments where it was pretty fluid, but overall it was a kind of a chaotic first half, and in that chaos, your Wampus Cats come out on top 38-20 in the first half.
Yeah, that's what impresses me. I mean, you had a 20-point first quarter, 18 points in the second quarter. I mean, there have been times the last few years where you haven't seen that consistent offensive output each quarter like we did in the first half.
Yeah, no, but you know the thing about it is we were consistently getting the ball inside. I mean, we made a few jump shots, but boy, it's been good to go in the paint.
Conway will start with the first possession here in the second half. Southwest sticking with that zone defense. They feed it to Duncan, back out to Wiseman, over to Harris for three. Traylon trying to fight for a rebound, can't get it.
That was good ball movement by the Wampus Cats. They definitely are paying attention to Duncan inside. They had two guys lay into him as soon as he touched the ball.
Taylor's three is no good, but the putback attempt by Howard draws the contact. He'll go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, Troy Wiseman picked up a foul on the backside. He got position on him, and when the ball didn't go through, some of that is just an assumption of contact, and I think Troy got him there, so it's probably a pretty good call.
Only Troy's first foul of the game. He's joined the club.
You can't play Conway Wampus Cat basketball and not be fouling. That would be ridiculous.
Conway breaks.
That's a foul.
Press.
Okay.
Nice feed attempt down to McClure from Lockhart, but it gets picked away. Ron Duncan causing some problems. McClure ends up with it. He'll go for the easy jumper.
Way to stay with it. Traylon made it good. I mean, we collapsed on the ball, didn't let him get out of there. And again, an ugly trash basket, but boy, it looks good on Traylon's score sheet.
Southwest gonna feed it down to Sadiq. No go, but he gets the rebound, the putback, and the foul. He'll go to the line for the and one attempt.
Yeah, Sadiq really worked hard there. He deserves a basket there. We had him kind of trapped on the baseline, forced a tough shot right out of the gate, and he just stayed with it.
Sadiq short. I think both teams kind of forgot that it was just an and one. Southwest is going to get another possession here. Lockhart pulling down the rebound. He gets the contact, trying to get it out.
Yeah, we're going to get Paul Harris out of the ballgame. That's his third foul on Paul Harris on the possession earlier. So Kennard comes in to replace Paul. Paul's been really active, lots of hands, man.
17-point lead for your Wampus Cats. Still early here in the third quarter. Lockhart making some moves. Gonna dish it back out to Turner.
Dwayne's really good with the basketball. He'll be running a lot of point this year.
Feeds it down to McClure on the baseline. Kick it out to Troy Wiseman for three. Won't fall, rebound to Southwest.
Nice pass. Really, really good pass.
Feed from Dixon. All the way down to Sadiq. Lead cut down to 15.
Just can't seem to break the 20-point barrier. That would feel a lot better.
Turner feeds it down to Duncan, back out to Turner. Lockhart for three. And the contact again. Second time tonight. He's drawn a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, I got Melvin Taylor on that one. That's his fourth foul, by the way. And two of them have been on three-point plays. Three-point shots. Yeah, probably
he's got
not.
tagged for both of them.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Now we need Dwayne to hit these. Last time he made one of three. So let's get all three here.
Saw him trying to warm his hands. It is a little chilly in the arena.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, time of year, it's kind of weird to get the AC going, and then, it's not a full arena. Again, the time's got off. Everything's a little disjointed.
So far, so good. Hits the first two.
I talked him into the first two. So you get, with four fouls, Taylor goes out, and you've got
Alonzo
T.
Pride.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pride, yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. We have those numbers wrong. Yeah.
Oh, steal. Nice play by Dwayne. Flashed. Hit the cutting Troy. Couldn't finish. What'd they call?
Call an offensive foul on Troy. That was great vision by Lockhart, too. That had to have been a weird angle for him to see Troy on the other side.
Troy does not, again, one of those guys that doesn't back away from contact. That's his game. Oops.
Traylon McClure gets the pick. Troy feeds it back to him, and Traylon finishing at the bucket.
Nice, good finish at the basket. Didn't try to pass it.
Got your 20-point lead there, Tim Roach.
Much better. Feel better. Boy, Traylon playing real well right now. Got real handsy, active on the floor defensively.
Keeps touching his nose. I don't know if he...
I think Troy's may have got a bloody nose on that one. Ball hit him right in the face.
Just don't have that helmet, you know?
Yeah. Oops.
Lockhart gets the steal. Duncan drawing the contact on the other end.
Yeah, you know, he was going to take it to the hole. A good foul probably by Penn, but it was pretty far out on the floor.
He thought about it. Lockhart will do it.
There you go.
Nice.
Really good, just catch and release. Looked silky smooth. Cheerleaders helping the flow of the game out. I like it.
13 points now for Lockhart as he's got the lead. McClure getting another steal. Kind of got caught in no man's land right there.
He deserves better than that. Ooh,
Kennard Turner getting the block on the other end.
Wow, I mean, really, and that was a good move by Southwest, but Kennard stayed with the flow of the play, went up and high-pointed it. Nice.
Well, that's that length at guard that you're getting out of the freshman. That's why he's up here. He brings a different flavor at the guard position.
Now, he looks good shooting the ball. I mean, there's a lot to like about Kennard.
23-point lead now for your Wampus Cats, and Karan Duncan trying to add to it. No contact called there.
Yeah, that's where 6 foot kind of probably comes into harm's way, but he forced them to try to make the play. That's good. Oh, that's nice.
Kennard Turner wide open for three.
That'll go eventually. Kennard just quick release. But that's a good shot, though.
Showing off some defensive chops on the other end. Robinson gets his own rebound and gets a bucket.
Southwest's not going away. I mean, they're playing tough. They're up and down the court with us. Oh my gosh.
Lockhart taking a lot of contact there.
Okay.
Slow to get up.
That was a good hard foul.
It's like you got the head that time.
And that's I'm going to tell you about Sadiq. He does not hold back on his fouls. Every one of his fouls have counted.
Was he a fullback or one of the
wingbacks? Seems like he was a running back. Yeah.
I remember the name, so he must have been touching the ball.
Yeah.
Well, didn't affect the free throw shooting. He's hit 4 here in the third quarter.
Talked him into the last 4 now. I'll talk to him after the ball game as well, but new fancy dry pads that they've got that are the Wampus Cat logo. Gotta look it, man.
Look at you calling out that official Wampus Cat
logo. Clint Ashcraft making it happen. I like it. Maybe I'll give Coach Hughes the benefit on that one.
Lockhart hits the second one.
It's 5 free throws in a row. Really nice.
Traylon just all over the place. Man, these Wampus Cats playing feisty right now. Lockhart coming in from behind. Thought he had the pick. Gets called for the foul instead. That's his second.
Yeah. Sadiq has been tough down low. I mean, he's making the hard rebounds, working really hard. He's getting everything he deserves down there. Lots of good rebounds, offensive and defensive side.
I keep forgetting that I'm checking scores. All the girls' teams
the girls
are playing.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a score on the Central North Little Rock game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun game. I mean, North Little Rock but Central's again well coached and very talented. But North Little Rock is on a different level nationally. So
North Little Rock ranked number 1 in the state. Central ranked number 3. Your Wampus Cats right here ranked number 6. I mentioned it earlier. Only 3 teams in the 6A have double-digit wins. Wampus Cats are one of them at 10-3.
yeah, I mean, if you come out to the arenas or you're watching it on TV as well, don't be surprised by how good this team plays. As small as they are very, very active. They've basically got 5 guards on the floor. Nice.
Nice feed down to Rich Strogan. All of that set up by the steal from Traylon McClure. You're not going to throw it over Traylon McClure.
No.
People are going to have to figure that out. Lockhart getting the steal. And how many steals have there been tonight?
I mean, they are active. Good.
Boogie Carr for 3.
Oh!
Hits it.
Boogie with a smile to the bench. I'm not sure how many people expect it. Boogie's not, his outside shot is not, he's not a high percentage guy. He's more of a penetration and defensive player for sure. But boy, that 3 looked good.
Boogie's first points of the night. That's to him. 55-29. Timeout on the floor. We will take it with him. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway court.
Conway Regional has
We're back on Conway court.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your health care needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we are not just growing, we're growing together.
Back at Buzz Bowling Arena, Wampus Cats up big, 55-29. Only basketball game tonight for Conway. Lady Cats game postponed, trying to get rescheduled for January 18th. So a short night for us, and it's made even shorter by the style of play we're seeing from these Wampus Cats.
Yeah, it seems like we had a few of these games last year as well, where we saw only one ball game. And I will tell you, I mean, I hate to say it, but I would anticipate over the next couple of weeks you're going to see a lot of rescheduling and one gamers.
Seems like that's definitely the trend that we're headed in, as the AAA policy for basketball, at least what I've heard, is that if the game can't be rescheduled, both teams take the loss as a forfeit, which seems very strange to me. But
that's weird.
But I guess there's more flexibility to get games in basketball, where there's really no way to do that.
Well, I think that one of the things, one of the angles out of that is it does kind of force you to really work hard to get rescheduled. Wow.
Arden Turner hits his second 3 of the night.
Nice. That's silky smooth right there. That is some kind of good-looking shot from the youngster. Game doesn't seem too fast for him.
Southwest trying to find some kind of answer. I don't know if that was a pass or what. What a shot by Dixon. He draws contact there afterward. I don't know if he just fell on a foot or what, but
yeah, I think that's what it was.
Coach Threet trying to get a word in with the official across the way.
Yeah. But maybe it's a cramp. They're or
calf or a hamstring, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, not sure.
They literally pulled Dixon off the court.
That's tough,
man.
He's
still on the floor.
We're going to need you to get off the court at least.
Yeah, we got a game to play here. That was an interesting way to handle that.
Yeah. Good battle by Ridge there. Oh, nice pass.
Feed down to Scroggin. They're
too bad.
Calling him for the travel, but that was a Nice pass by Traylon McClure. He was the first one out on the court when we got here tonight. Taking some extra threes.
Yeah, walked in with him and had a good chat.
No shirt on. Just
ready to go, man.
Ready to go.
Yeah, let's go. That's Dwayne's third. 5 fouls in the quarter so far. So it's 4 for Southwest. I want to say, again, while we're kind of looking at the free throws coming, you got Troy and Rome coming in. Salty's not here tonight, so you got Nick Harrell on the bench, Coach Moon assisting.
So is this his first head coach starting high school role?
At the high school level, yeah, unless Salty, he's liable to get a couple of technicals.
He's probably
thrown out.
filled in after Salty had to leave a game early, maybe. But
Salty will love him, man. But yeah, I think it is, and he's done a really good job. I mean, they've maintained kind of their mantra of playing ugly and getting it done. So no changes there.
1:25 to play here in the third quarter.
Good pass.
Scroggin gets stripped. Southwest on the other end. Hudson trying to take it in all the way. Can't get the shot to fall, but draws the contact. They're going to call a charge. Okay. All right. I guess Lockhart got down there in time. Planted the.
That's Kennard.
Kennard,
yeah. Yeah, he did a great job of getting set outside the lane. I mean, one of the things you look at is how close to the basket is he before they call it a charge or not. And he was far enough out where the contact was not deemed necessary, and yet he plowed him over. So great job by Kennard there.
24-point lead now for Conway.
Nice. Yeah.
Troy gets the slap on the hand.
So that's the kind of the point right there. They're getting penetration into just below the free throw line. They're giving them to there, forcing a decision, and it's either kick or a difficult shot. And so far we've been trying to kick it.
Fields gets the long inbound out to Turner.
Go right there. Yeah. Kind of a two-man game.
Boogie kicks it out to Troy. Back over to Rome. Troy takes the three-point shot on the other end. He gets one to fall.
Yeah, that looks much better. He missed his first one, but that was very nice. And good movement by the offense there. I mean, there was a lot of chances where we could have done something different, made enough passes to get to the right spot, found Troy wide open for the three.
Wapa's Cats averaging 20 points a quarter, Tim Roach.
I like this kind of offense. That's off.
Goes off Penn's foot. Conway ball with 5 seconds.
All right.
Kennard Turner hit the shot at the end of the first half.
Troy's already thinking about how he's going to make this happen. Oh, my goodness.
Going all the way down. Oh.
Said no. He was not going to be short-sighted on that one.
61-34. Wampus Cats on top after 3. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
The new location of DeBoard Electronics is 650 Dave Ward Drive, 2 miles west of I-40. DeBoard Electronics has been a trusted name since 1952. They offer state-of-the-art options for home theater, home automation, and commercial audio video. Whether it's a private home or a commercial boardroom, DeBoard's offers free design and consultation. Cutting-edge products with guaranteed installation experts. DeBoard Electronics, 650 Dave Ward Drive, just 2 miles west of I-40.
They were commenting during the break that looks like some Wampus Cat fans are starting to show up for getting ready for the guys' game. Well, it's already here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough message for our athletic department to handle. I mean, there was nothing we could do about it. The changes happened late today. And,
oh, yeah, it was just today?
Yeah.
Or no. It was yesterday. It was yesterday. It was late yesterday. They had time. They got the message out. People just aren't paying attention.
Well, I'm not saying we don't get the message. People just are not, But here's the thing, though. I mean, I know we're watching this on a recorded basis, but that's what you need to do this year. Is you really need to pay attention to social media because there will be changes dynamically done. A lot of schedule changes I anticipate over the next couple of weeks.
Wabash Cats up 61-34, just 3 points away from the sportsmanship rule here in the fourth quarter. Sadiq trying to cut into that lead. Boogie Carr pulling down the rebound. Trying to feed it down to Ridge. Ridge gets the shot up. Fall away.
Muscled it. There you go, Ridge. Man, see, that nothing about that was extraordinarily pretty.
Embrace the ugly.
But it was some kind of play by Ridge there. I mean, made the basket, ran all the way down the court, got the deflection.
Sadiq drawing the contact off Rome Fields. It's foul number 2 for him. I thought everybody was at 2 fouls, and I guess not.
Ridge doesn't even have a foul yet. I'm not sure what his problem is.
And the freshman either. Come on, freshman.
Yeah.
Get you a
Well, he
foul.
tried to get a foul a while ago, but he got the call. Yeah, nothing's changed on this defensive side. They are very active. Good feed, though, and good move.
Robinson in double figures tonight, 11 points. He's looked good for the Griffins. Rome Fields for 3. Can't get it to go. Wiseman pulling in the rebound. Wabash Cats will reset. Fresh play clock. Boogie Carr's shot's blocked. Strogan going to get... Well, what happened there? Call Rome Fields for what?
I'm trying to figure that out. What'd he do?
Rome is so confused.
He's not the only one. I'd like to understand what happened there.
Well, if we weren't up by...
trust me, I'd have more problem. Yeah. I'm sure there was a foul there somewhere, but it was away from the ball.
Martine Robinson, short on the front end of the 1-and-1. So no damage done there.
Nice pass, Kennard. Great move by Ridge.
Wow, he hit 2 3-pointers in the first half, and he's gotten the other 6 points inside.
I'll tell you, timeout by Southwest there, but I will tell you, Ridge is really working hard, man.
65-39, big lead for your Wampus Cats. And I don't mean this the way it may sound, but I wasn't expecting this healthy of a lead for your Wampus Cats tonight.
Yeah, no, we know that Southwest can play, and here's the thing: there's some things that we are not. They are tall, they're lanky. They've got some guys that have the length to be able to cause problems, and yet we've been able to overcome because we are just so scrappy. I think so determined. And Ridge is a great example. He's got 12 points. Comes off the bench with 12 points, and it's been every way you can imagine, plus defensively.
3 Wampus Cats in double figures tonight. Scroggin, Duncan. Duncan got most of his in the first half.
Yeah.
And Lockhart as well in double figures.
That's a great point, too, Levi. They've spread it around quite a bit. You've got everybody contributing.
And Kennard Turner just 2 points away from getting into double figures. Troy Wiseman feeds it back to Rome Fields. Turner. Scroggin battling back in. Gets the shot. There's a chance now for the N1. That's 14 points for the senior.
What a great night by Ridge. And again, working so hard for every point and making all the right moves. Very impressive by Ridge tonight. And got the roll.
He didn't think it was going in. He was crashing hard.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one. That one
got the kind bounce.
Yeah.
Wampus Cats just 1 point away from a 30-point lead. Scroggin on the other end.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He took that hard.
It's right in the abdomen, too.
I lost his breath on that one. That has that look of the air knocked out of you.
Yeah, I will tell you again, really good officials tonight. They've done a great job. That's one I definitely think should have gone the other way. Lowered his shoulder into his chest, made the contact. I think it's a tough call.
Ridge will head to the bench to catch his breath. Big night for him. 17 points, I think he's up to now.
Wow.
Maybe it's 15.
Big night, man.
Paul Harris checking in for Rome Fields. Traylon McClure checked in for Ridge. Lead cut down to 28. 5:38 to play here in the fourth quarter. Been a healthy dose of offense tonight for your Wampus Cats. And happening in a lot of different ways.
And, in this last quarter, they've really been kind of working the ball and working the clock.
Traylon getting him up in the air. Couldn't finish there.
Oh.
Shot clock's not moving at all.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It does seem that the scorers table is a little shorthanded tonight.
Yeah, it's well. You got there's just what can you say? That time of year.
Paul Harris.
Well, he's consistent. He called the block. That's consistent.
So Paul with a chance here. I'm going to call a shooting foul here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just going up.
So he'll have a chance to get to that 30-point mark.
You thought it was going to be an early night. It'll be real early if we get to the 30-point mark.
Can't hit the first one, so we won't get to it here.
Way to go, Tim.
Paul has 2 points on the night. He's been a little disrupted with the fouls. Had to come out a little more than he probably wanted to.
He didn't get to play much because of foul trouble, but I'll tell you, he's a leader on the court, and he's been so active defensively. He's done all the other things besides scoring.
Troy Wiseman was so close to getting a hand on that one, but Martine Robinson finishing strong. I don't know what's going on right now.
A little chaos. Listen to that chaos. Yep, kick. See, here I go. I've got to stop. It's so bad.
You don't have this problem when you're doing PA, do you? Because the mic's off. You only turn it on when you have to talk.
No, and
right?
I have to be quiet. I have to be quiet down there. You're not forcing me to be quiet.
The officials will hear
That's right. They don't like it when you do that for them down there. I can do it up here.
I mean, as loud as you can get sometimes. They've probably heard you a few times tonight.
I just got to stop doing it. It's ridiculous.
4:44 left in the fourth quarter. A lot of fours.
There we go. Good move, Kennard.
Freshman.
Yeah.
Showing why he's on the court right there as the Wampus Cats get to 70.
Nice. Nicely done.
Dixon feeds it down to Taylor. Put back. Was that Sadiq?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably so. If I had
couldn't tell if it was Sadiq or Robinson.
If it was he's so active, it's got to be him.
Wiseman kicks it out to the freshman. Short there.
Oh, wow. Good defense by Paul. Yeah, good play.
Just got it stripped away by Robinson.
So Southwest has played so hard, and I mean, kudos to them. Even down pretty good size here, they have. I mean, there you go. I mean, it's just been
Jalen McClure wondering what he's got to do there. Still pretty chippy down there late in the fourth quarter, and Robinson not going to get away with that one.
No.
Troy Wiseman's already taking a shot to the head once tonight.
He's not having any more of that. Physicality of this game, even a 24 point ball game with 3 minutes to go. Southwest playing hard. Wampus Cat's not going to back down. I mean, this is one of those things where you're just getting everybody's flying to the ball. I like the effort for sure.
$17 fouls here in the second half. Andrew McCray, 6'4" junior, getting ready to check in for your Wampus Cats. Southwest cutting into the lead a little bit more. Could have got some of this play earlier in the game. It would have been more of a ball game. Carr smartly going to pull that one out. Harris.
Nice move.
Driving all the way in. Traylon trying to tip it back in, but a no-go. Hudson's three won't fall. Look at Boogie for I'm quite sure what, but
well, it was a delayed whistle, but it was on his back, and when he couldn't control the ball, they're going to give it to him. But here's the thing: 22-point ball game, and I mean it's not in doubt at all.
Been as high as 29-point lead.
Yeah, I mean you'd like to want and Southwest is just playing better basketball. This is the best basketball they've played all night.
Conway only 9 points here in the fourth quarter. Both shots fall for Howard. Just like that, lead down to 20. Just not enough time for Southwest as Paul Harris goes up and under.
Yeah, going up against 6'7" there, used the rim to get away from him.
Freshman almost got a steal, gets a block here instead.
Nice Kennard with a block.
Craig getting a hand on it. Turner tipping it all the way to himself. Finishes on the other end. Kennard Turner, 12 points tonight for the freshman.
Yeah, playing well on both sides of the court. Real active. Nice, Troy.
Troy Wiseman getting the strip.
Euro.
Nice. Did you see his face?
Yeah.
He almost didn't believe that.
Oh, good block by Kennard.
Kennard's had like 3 blocks tonight.
Yeah. He's earning some time, man.
I'm still cracking up at Troy.
That Euro and the floater. I mean, he can do the finger roll. Good shot. Really nice shot there.
Howard with the 3. More Wampus Cats checking in. Got Hayden Racher, junior guard. And Jaden Robinson, junior, set to inbound the ball here. Southwest gonna wait till 1:20 left in the game to bring the press.
It's an interesting time, but again they played well the last couple of minutes, so good way to get something out of your guys as you learn some lessons.
Breaks the press here. McCray on the other end. He'll drive it home.
If you're going to make your presence felt, that's one way to do it.
6'4" of him.
Wow.
Southwest continuing to fight for buckets on the other end. Nature.
Good feed.
Kennard Turner.
Yeah, nice
Turner
pass.
with 14 now.
Nice pass from Racher. found the cutting Kennard Turner.
80 points.
Wow.
For your Conway Wampus Cats.
There's your 20-point quarter average.
Liking the side of that, Tim Roach.
Yeah. Good decision by Jaden there. Just kind of pull it out. Man, what a great game.
That's going to do it. 80-57. Wampus Cats on top. Move to 11-3 overall. 1-0 in the 6A Central.
Yeah, so it's a great start for your Wampus Cats. It's great to have a win. I mean, again, you don't know this time of year and with the way things are when you're going to get these. So good, solid play by your Wampus Cats. I mean, 80 points in a ball game. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw that. It's been a while.
I know. I was thinking about that just now too. I mean, it's just not quite the offensive style that we've seen from these Wampus Cats the last few years. They a little slower tempo, half-court game, and they just haven't had as many scorers on the floor at the same time in the last few years. It's just been more of a grinded-out type game that we've seen.
Well, if I know the coach's office very well, what's going to happen is Nick Harrell's going to come in and go, well, okay, Coach, I put up 80. And so, you're welcome. And so I'm sure Salty's going to have a few things he's going to need to work on.
Kennard Turner with 14 points tonight. Freshman getting his first taste of 6A Central action. You also had Lockhart in double figures. Traylon McClure, I think, finished with 8. He was really close to double digits there. Who else had?
Ridge.
Rich Scroggins, I think he finished with 15. And I thought there was one. Well, Karan Duncan had 12 in the first quarter.
Half. Yeah.
What a night. They spread it around. If you're watching this, it was a rebroadcast for you. Didn't get the game live tonight. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties here. But hopefully we will see you again next Tuesday. And hopefully we will see both the Lady Cats and the Wampus Cats. But pay close attention to Conway Wampus Cats on Twitter, 5 Sports Live as well, because any updates on broadcasts and when we'll be doing that, we'll be posting them there. So could be an interesting season, but a great start for your Wampus Cats, moving to 1-0 in 6A Central play. Our thanks tonight to Wayne Bailey, Ashton Brown, Javon Massey back with us, John Shute, no Maggie Risley tonight, Keith Kelly, Alex Douglas, Tim Roach, of course, that's you.
That's me.
That's you. And Justin King, Scott Taylor back home. We'll see you next week.